Queer baiting. Oh my god, sure. Hey, wait a minute. No, you. It didn't load all the way. What do you mean it didn't load up all the way? All I see over there is just a blowhigh. What? How is that queer baiting? I don't understand how that's queer baiting. How dare you say the blowhigh is queer baiting? I mean, I must go.
Whose box is this and who the f dropped this on me? Get me the f out of this god piece of mother.
Who set that fucking box? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, and I'm going to hunt you down, and I'm going to torture you as soon as I figure out whose box that is. Oh, it's so over. Well, in the meantime, though, I found some memes, so enjoy the memes. Trans agenda. Transmission. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, actually, yeah. What's the next transmission that we have? Oh my god, there have been so many of them, and I keep forgetting how many that I need to keep track of. But I feel like there's a new one. What was it? Oh right, it's you are cute and valid. The trans community. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Wait, what? You just accept the compliment? Is that allowed? Just because I'm a trans girl, you think I can't accept the good things about me? I refuse to reinforce the stereotype that all trans people are doomed to self-loathing. Join me, and together we will normalize self-love. It is your destiny. No, that's the mission. There you go. It's self-acceptance. Honestly, though, I mean, like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard at the start, but in all honesty, thanks to a few of my friends, I've honestly have been able to accept myself more for who I am, and at the same time, it has taken maybe a few blowhigh bonks to get me through to be able to finally accept that I am cute and I am adorable and I am good looking. I know a lot of people will really enjoy my voice. So it's taken a lot, and it is difficult, but once you start accepting things and you're nice to yourself and you're kind to yourself and you give yourself that space, you end up enjoying who you are more and you start liking things more about yourself. Again, there is no one way to be a certain gender, and as long as you're just being yourself, that's all that matters, and that is what makes other people proud of you. I wake up, I end my bloodline by taking HRT and becoming infertile. The cycle repeats. Meh. Honestly, I feel that it's fine. I got a brother. He has 2 kids. I will be forever happy with my 3 fur babies. And honestly, my mom is very happy to have 3 very beautiful and sweet fur grandchildren. And yeah, I'm happy to end the bloodline where I'm happy to end the bloodline on my end. So also, my biological dad can go suck it. Oh boy, sleep. That's where I am her. Oh my god, yeah. I remember having dreams whenever I was younger of this girl that I never thought of, like, who it could be. I was always curious as to who she was. And I just assumed, being a small rural town Christian in Missouri, that it was just my destined love. And no, it was me. It was me. I think now to the back, I now think back to that, and yeah, that was me. I remember whenever I first caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and I saw the girl who I thought was her in my dreams, and I was like, oh, that's me. I was in those dreams this entire time. Yeah, it's one of those days that sleep is where I'm her will be you are her outside of your dreams. I know that you'll get there at some point in time, so don't worry about it. And the same thing with all my trans guys out there. You'll be him at some point. You gotta trust in the process. I love my country. Oh, wait, where is that place? I need to know where that place is because I don't know what country that is, and I am clearly from it. And I know that there are so many hot people over there, and I would love to get to see them and meet them. And why are all the hot people from there? I'm non-binary. EMAB or AFAB. Ugh. Oh my god, can we just leave non-binary people alone? Like, why does it matter what their gender assigned at birth was? Who cares? Who cares? Why do you care? Like, just what? Okay, this is kind of something that I talked about before, just like the annoyance of whenever it comes to people who are non-binary, they always try to like either delegitimize other people for not being androgynous enough, or they think it's like girl-like, and it's just there's no right way to be non-binary, and there's no like one solid way to be non-binary. If you say that you're non-binary, you're non-binary. It doesn't matter what your gender assigned at birth was or anything like that. In all honesty, people are gross. Ugh. Pharmacy calling. we are currently out of 100 milligrams of Spiro. Is it okay if we give you the 25 milligrams and you take 4 a day? Sure. Ferolactin, 400 tablets. I don't know why, but I find this hilarious. I don't know, it's always kind of funny whenever you're getting the same dosage of something, but it's always like a larger number. So you're just like, it's more, but it really honestly isn't. And that's okay. Honestly, you gotta sometimes like get a kick out of things and just enjoy things as you get them. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, I don't know. Find the joys in life. You'd be surprised at how often something so small might give you the biggest laugh, or even just a nice little smirk. Waiting to be self until I get on T. Yeah, I'm a guy, but my genetics suck, so I get mistaken for a girl a lot. Yeah, that's the reason. You know, hey, if that works, then that works. Honestly, I've thought about this before of just being like, if somebody ever asked if I would, like, what my gender was, and I said, oh, so I'm a woman, and they'd be like, your voice is very deep to be a woman. Like, what the heck? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. I had a hormone imbalance, and I was producing more T than I actually needed, and my voice got a little too deep. But honestly, I kind of really enjoyed it, and I really like it, and I kept it. But yeah, I'm on T suppressant and increasing my E dosage, so heck yeah, my guy. I'm happy to see that I'm not the only one who's had a thought like that. It's okay. Expressing feminine increases happiness? I call bullshit on that. I stand corrected. I hopped into a skirt and it feels amazing. Oh my god, it's only 2 hours apart. Oh my god, they learned really quickly. It was like, this is dumb. Wait a minute. I've never tried this. Maybe I should verify it. Well, that changes everything. That's the thing. As you learn more information, you might learn something new about yourself, whether that be, hey, you're trans, or maybe you're a femboy, or a tomboy, or whatever it may be. You never know who you're going to be until you try something out. And honestly, it's okay to try stuff out. Try it. You might like it. If you don't like it, then you never have to do it again. All right? Okay. Good. The completely cis urge to compliment girls on their outfits, but not be seen as a creep. I genuinely like their outfits, and I wish I could pull off something like that in public. I mean, outside of the usual, social anxiety, I honestly go for it. I don't think you understand how many people, whether they be femme presenting or not, would just appreciate getting a compliment on their appearance. Like, just giving a simple compliment on how somebody looks, whether it just be like their dress, or even their shoes, or maybe their bag, or whatever it may be. Just giving them some kind of compliment and just saying that, hey, I really like this thing of yours, and then just going on. There's nothing wrong with that. Compliment people. Even if it is just a guy who you end up complimenting, give him something like compliment him on whatever it is that he's wearing. Compliment that a woman and that envy, whoever it may be. Give them a compliment. There's nothing wrong with giving people compliments. And well, okay, you can go a little overboard with them, but in moderation. There's nothing wrong with compliments, and it's always good to just sometimes say something nice to somebody, because you never know if they're having a bad day or not, and just something as small as just a tiny little compliment could really brighten their day. You have no idea how many people have told me just saying something nice to them was more than enough to make their day so much better, even if it is something as simple as, hey, you know that thing you did? Yeah, getting out of bed, brushing your teeth. I'm proud of you for being able to do that at the very least, because that shows that you're doing some self-care, and that is absolutely fantastic and amazing, and there's nothing more that I will ever ask of you to do. So yeah, just give people compliments. I know it can be scary, but the thing with strangers is you don't really ever see them again. Well, not usually. So go ahead and compliment them. You might just make their day. I made a trans brick purse for Pride. It's literally a brick celebrating the first Pride and 2025. Ooh, wait, that's so cute. Look at it. I really need to get one of those. I don't care how practical it is, and I don't care if it can hold a couple things, all right? It can hold a couple things. But it's just an emergency brick. Emergency brick, all right? Emergency brick. My coworkers who've known me for less than a month immediately start using he, him pronouns for me. My parents who have known me my whole life, you'll never be a man. Cry. No, seriously, cry. Cry, keep crying. For all I care, y'all are doing an amazing job. And honestly, good on your coworkers. Absolutely fantastic. It's always great to see whenever somebody's like within only knowing you within a month, and they gender you correctly when they find out what your actual correct pronouns are. Fantastic. We love supportive coworkers. Also, this kind of just goes and proves my point of found family is way more important than your blood family, because with blood family, they're always going to feel like they're entitled to things, and they're not going to support you regardless of how you identify or who you are. for. Whereas like your found family are people who support you for who you are and the person that you are. That is way more important. This goes out to all my trans guys out there. And also this can be applied to all my trans femmes and all my non-binary people and all my gender fluid people and all my agender people. You have found family. You have people who care for you and you get to pick and choose who those family members are. All right? Okay, good. Cut out the toxic family. Elephants are born weighing 250 pounds. They are the biggest babies on Earth, except for transphobes. You know what? I'm glad that elephants take second place on this one because they are sweet and adorable and they do not deserve to be compared to transphobes. How dare you compare elephants to transphobes? Look at that sweet little cute face. Look at how adorable they are. Look at those big ears. I would just want to hug that little guy. All right? How dare you compare elephants to transphobes? I mean, yeah, transphobes are the biggest babies in the world, but that's besides the point. That is besides the point. Don't compare that cuteness to the ugly, disgusting vileness of transphobia. Gross. Hey, would you like to try some gender affirmerino? It's legal here. They warned me Satan would be attractive. Listen. It's really good. It is so good. I love when I get called things like a good girl, and whenever I'm called girly pop by any of my friends, especially my wife, it's such a good feeling. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of trans guys can relate to this whenever they get called something along the lines of a good boy or my dude, my guy. So yeah, definitely. It's such a good feeling whenever you have gender affirmations. And honestly, give in. Just give in to them. Give in. It's the reason I feel like an outcast in men's spaces is because I'm trans? Nah, and that's because of the autism. Both? Both. It could be both. No, I mean, like, if you don't feel comfortable in like men's spaces, it's kind of like up to you and like how you feel about that. There's many reasons why you might not feel comfortable in men's spaces. Actually, Gretchen and I kind of talked about this the other day. It just like we never really felt comfortable with how men saw other women, and we never really felt comfortable in male-dominated spaces because there was always toxic masculinity of, you know, having to be this strong guy who never shows emotions, doesn't even cry, and can't even like share how he feels about things. And that was gross. Parents getting upset when their headcanon for their child doesn't turn out to be canon. Oh my God, yeah. It's a whole stop trying to live your life through your kid and let your kid just live their life, and all you need to do is be supportive of them, because like if you are not going to support your kid regardless of who they are or how they are or just who they end up becoming, you're not actually a parent. And honestly, don't have kids. Like seriously, why would you ever want to force your kid to fit into a box that may or may not fit for them? Why would you want to force them to be going through the same things that you probably went through that were all terrible and bad? Why do you want to have that mutual suffering? It needs to stop. And this isn't just kind of a trans thing. This is just parenting in general. Like, why do so many parents, not even just parents, why do so many people feel that because they suffered, others have to suffer as well? Because it's the same thing with like student debt. It's the same thing with medical debt and other various forms of debt, or having some kind of like traumatic experience. There's no reason why other people need to suffer. I went through some bad things, and I would never want anybody else to go through that. And if I can prevent that from happening, I'm going to make sure that people don't ever have to deal with that stuff, because there's no reason that it needs to be. Did y'all grow up terrified to share your most basic interest, hobbies, and taste with family and friends out of fear of getting ridiculed and mocked? Or are you normal? I don't think there is a normal here, is there? I feel like a lot of people have a lot of shame that they feel. And it's not just like, even like being related to being trans, because yes, I definitely felt this way. I felt so scared of coming out to my parents as wanting to be a girl, and it caused me a lot of strife later on. But at the same time, I know a lot of people who grew up that held a lot of hobbies and interests that they really enjoyed and kept it hidden because they were afraid of how other people would judge them, especially people who they were very close with. And in all honesty, it's good to be cringe. It's good to be cringe. You're looking at a cringe person right now. I enjoy and embrace the cringe that I am, and I will forever do so. All right? Be cringe. Enjoy the things. Share it with people. If they don't like it, cut them. Get them out. Wait, don't commit violence. Cut them out. Cut them out. Cut them out. Ah, shaved face. Ooh, so smooth. Wait approximately 3 hours. Why is it back already? Ah! I feel this. I really want the facial hair to stop. Ugh, and I can't really afford to get laser. It's such a pain. It would save me so much money if I didn't have to go buy razors all the time. Like, could I please just live my life facial hair free and just be myself? And that would be nice. My reaction as a trans mask when a cis ally gleefully suggests a public figure should be surgically force masked as punishment for being a TERF. I don't know about that one, buddy. I feel this way about force femme as well. In all honesty, we shouldn't be forcing stuff like this onto other people because it takes away bodily autonomy. And that's kind of the thing about being trans. The reason why we're trans is because we push for bodily autonomy and we allow for people to be themselves, regardless of how we may or may not feel about them. And in all honesty, there's better ways to go about this without even like remotely having to do something like that. You could just put them into a VR set, have them be the gender that they don't align with and see how they feel. There's a lot of ways for people to feel dysphoria without even having to like go through something like that. It's also the whole thing that pushes their point of, well, if we don't stop them from doing this now, then they're gonna push this onto us. You're just proving their point. You're proving their point. It's a whole thing of like why all of these like very far right and all these very conservative people, they're scared of minorities, not because they think minorities should deserve rights, but they're scared of the fact that they think minorities are going to do the same thing that they did to them. And the only way that it's justified for them to keep doing what they're doing is to prevent minorities from doing it to them, which is such a weird mindset to have. And it goes to show that they only know nothing but hate. Trying to do the thing that they are doing to others is not the right way to go about it. There's other things that we can do, and there's other ways that we can prove them wrong and show them that they are wrong. Will they listen? Probably not. Does it matter? No. I don't care what some TERF thinks about me. I don't care what some right-wing nut job thinks about me. Their opinions don't matter to me. And like, can a lot of that noise being thrown at me at once be hurt? Yeah, it can. But one person doing it is not enough for me to care. I get way more positive comments from those around me and from amazing people who are very sweet and accepting. And I would hope that they would continue to correctly gender me and use my name, even if I make a slip up. You know, in comics, when Peter Parker is just minding his own business, but then he sees a bunch of newspapers that say Spider-Man, villain, or menace. Being trans in America is kind of like that. Oh, that's such a good analogy. That is so good and analogous of what is currently happening here in the United States. It's just like the trans community alongside immigrants are being constantly blamed for various things here within this country about why things are happening. And it's not even true. It's because the thing is like, once all of the immigrants are taken out of this country and deported, and once all the trans people have been, God knows what, who's next? Who's next? Because what's going to happen is everything that's still bad and was doing terribly up to this point will still be doing bad after this point. Your egg prices, your gas prices, all your prices on everything will still be terrible. You'll still have terrible insurance and you'll still have a terrible way of living. But hey, at least you got rid of all the immigrants and trans people. That's good. But then who are you going to go for next? No Cops of Pride includes the cop in your head who tells you to police other queer people. Learn the difference between being uncomfortable and being harmed. Deal with your discomfort on your own time. Pride is for the community, not just you. See a guy in leather puppy mask at Pride? He's not harming you, you're just uncomfortable. See a topless lesbian? She's not harming you, you're just uncomfortable. At the end of the day, we all make queer folks uncomfortable, but that discomfort is not harm. Same goes for all of us. Facts. No, 100% facts. The amount of weird gatekeeping that I've been seeing within the trans community and also like the queer community as a whole has been a little alarming and a little too high for my comfort. And it mostly comes around with the fact that a lot of people are hating on one trans girl specifically because she is being admittedly annoying. However, that doesn't mean you get to just misgender her and dead name her. All you're doing is you're treating a right as a privilege, and that is not even correct. Allowing people to be themselves and allowing for people to express themselves however they want is what's important. It doesn't matter if the trans girl is clocky. Who cares? You know, if she is living her best life and she's extremely happy with how she looks, fantastic. That's great. Same thing with the trans guy. If he's not being what you think what trans men should be, who cares? Sit in your own discomfort. Get over it. Learn to get through it. Because that's the thing, is like, there's no right way to do any kind of gender. There's no right way to be gay or lesbian, and there's no right way to be bisexual. However you identify is how you identify. And there's a lot of things that go into Pride as well. I know it's July and Pride's over here in the United States, but there's Pride across other countries that are going on right now. And it's important to remember that we as a queer community have gotten through a lot of things by sticking together, and all of this nonsense and bigotry within the community needs to be called out and it needs to be dealt with. And it's gross to me seeing people blaming people like Lily Tino for why the trans movement is not gaining any traction. She's not the problem. Conservatives are. Conservatives have been lying about us for decades and trying to spread misinformation about us. Same thing with people like J.K. Rowling. It's not one person's fault that we're here. Listen, just because you might not agree with a person or because you like them doesn't mean that you get to dehumanize them. If anything, stop paying attention to them. Swipe away. Get off the internet. Go touch grass. Go eat grass. You'd be surprised at how much life is so much better. And in all honesty, your algorithm is based off of how you watch videos, and what you watch. You're only going to cause yourself more harm by watching things that make you mad. It's going to keep feeding you things that are going to make you mad. Also, let trans women have deep voices. Jesus Christ. And let trans men have high-pitched voices. It's okay. I mean, trans men are going to have like a deeper voice because of testosterone in the first place, but some trans women like their voice that they have. I like my voice. Anyways, I'm not going to rant about that. I'm not going to rant about that. I'm not going to rant about that. I've already ranted about that enough on stream. I know we all hate rainbow capitalism, but it's neat to see so many hardware stores setting up these fun displays for Pride merch. Just what I always wanted. A perfect delight. Oh my god. I can't believe I just had that old Christmas song pop into my head. So anyways, yeah, that's just exactly what I needed. Thank you. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't need to know why I need these. It's okay. They're just gonna be stocked up in the cafe. I've been really needing some recently because last month we ran out, and I just need more. Okay. Thank you. Nobody. Me fixing my tits under my binder. What are you all looking at? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel this. It's not even like fixing my, well, okay, no, actually I do feel this, but not like with the binder, with a push-up bra. Because every once in a while I gotta like reset the ladies so that way they're like in the right spot. And I honestly, guys, I understand if you need to reset the gentlemen so that way they can be properly within your binder, and that's okay. No, mood, I get this. It's sometimes it can be a little awkward and it can be a little weird, and you're just like, what are you looking at? Stop staring. Jesus Christ. Why do you care? I'm scratching in my chest. It feels better when I do it on skin, all right? Stop being weird about it. Jesus Christ. Breaking news! Trans girl decides living in woods forever is much better than being misgendered by strangers. I have 40 jars of pickles and 300 mangas. I'll be fine. Mood. 100% that's a mood. I don't go outside a lot. I'm mostly inside my house, either playing Magic the Gathering Arena or maybe playing some Valorant, or my friends recently got me back into Apex. But whatever it may be, I'm kind of mostly happy to just be inside and doing this as my career. And also, T and I, my wife, we go out on walks. We go out on nice little walks around our area, and we kind of just take it easy. And yeah, I'm going to be going out with family next weekend from recording. So the Saturday between the last video and when this video comes out, I'm going to be out hiking with some family. And honestly, I so much prefer being out in the woods and being out in the mountains. So I guess expect some pictures on Instagram soon of me being out in nature. Well, okay, I guess pictures of me being out in nature are going to be before this video, but still, there'll be so many of them and they will be fantastic. Well,
Meow.
I'm glad women can do this stuff with each other, because if a fellow trans guy clocked me and meowed, we'd immediately be locked into non-sexual hand-to-hand combat. This kind of reminds me of the TikTok video that I found by Quinsamy about trans women being the sweetest, nicest, kindest people that you will ever know, who plan and organize things and get things all ready to go and are ready. And then trans men are absolutely freaking brutal, and they are like the manliest chads that you could never find out there. How do you think that works? Do you not know how that works out? Listen, who do you think makes all the plans? Who do you think is the muscle? I don't want to sell out all of our secrets, but I just want you to know there's a reason why the trans men are mostly all buff, and that's why I'm going to leave it at. Not all of them, but enough of them. And, you know, those who are not buff, just don't worry about them. Don't worry about them, all right? Do not worry about them. Inside of you, there are two wolves. I should cut my hair even shorter. I should let my hair grow long. You are non-binary. I mean, in all honesty, maybe have a wig. Maybe have like your short hair whenever you want it, and then have a wig that's like very close to what your hair is naturally. And yeah, just have a wig that's ready to go. I know that might be a little bit more expensive than as a thing, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I just see cosplayers all the time, and just like the amount of time where it's just like the wig actually fits who, like, it fits them regardless, and it looks really good. But I also want to say that, like, not only can non-binary people go between like both wanting short hair and long hair, there's nothing wrong with a trans femme wanting short hair or a trans masc wanting long hair. Whatever works for you and whatever makes you happy, honestly, go for it. That's gonna be the best thing that you could honestly do. Find trans women. Look inside an entire fucking town. Why are you looking inside of me? I did not even say that you could do that. Why are you looking inside? What are you trying to find? Huh? Are you trying to find Steve? He moved out. He's not there anymore. He moved to somebody else. Stop looking inside me. Blow high? What the fuck is blow high? Use your words. I don't speak bottom. I don't really have anything that I can say about this. How dare you accurately describe who I am just because I went, whoa, hi? Like, get out of here. Let me enjoy the third best cuddling thing that I can ever cuddle. The first, of course, being my wife, and the second being my cats, who want to cuddle, of course. But anyways, how dare? How dare? Everything you can do today. Yep, listen, large projects and large achievements don't happen all in one go, and they don't happen overnight. They happen through trial and error and building up to that point. There is never going to be a time where you're just going to immediately be really good at something, and that's okay. Listen, it takes time, and like I've said, for when it comes to HRT, you gotta just trust in the process. Yeah, there are things that you might have to do extra, like getting FFS or top surgery or bottom surgery or any kind of other surgery to help you achieve the gender that you would prefer. But at the same time, there's a lot of stepping stones that go into that, and there's a lot to the process that builds up to it. When it comes to stuff like vocal training, you don't get a feminine voice on day one. It takes time, it takes practice. You gotta keep with it. If you really want that feminine voice, or maybe if you're trans masc and you're trying to get through all the voice cracking because testosterone really deepens your voice and it's hard to get used to using it, you gotta keep trying. By trying and giving yourself that time and being consistent, you end up having the thing that you really wanted all along. Do what you can today, do what you can tomorrow. It doesn't matter if it's just a single brick, or if it's 10, or if it's 20, whatever you're able to get done today is all that matters. And that's all that should matter. You're doing great. And I know you'll get to the end. Just keep with it. And be sure to take breaks as well. It's very important to do so. A lot of learning and a lot of building comes from taking breaks every once in a while. Okay, hold on. Except for HRT. Please take your HRT consistently and make sure that you're doing that, because that is the only way that you are going to make sure that you see the changes that you want to see. But everything else, it takes time. Takes practice, and take breaks. You'll get there. I raised monarchs when I was young. I fed them every day and watched over them until they formed their chrysalis. Once they emerged, I let them go. Watching them leave felt poignant even then, because in my little jar, they would never fly. It's scary to be queer these days, so if they can't come out, it's okay. You need to be safe to leave your jar. One day, we'll all be free to fly. Honestly, I can't say any better than that, Mina. So true. It's one of the things that's just like, I know a lot of people are extremely scared of coming out now with everything that's going on here with the administration, especially within the US and within the UK and all across other countries. It's scary, it's terrifying, and it makes a lot of people not want to come out. And the thing is when it comes to being a queer space and a space that is supposed to be open to anybody who is questioning or who may potentially be an ally, we need to be accepting of all. That doesn't mean we can't call people out for their behavior and hold people responsible. However, we need to make sure that we have our space be accepting of others, because we never know who may or may not be questioning things and they just don't have the comfortable space to do so yet. So yeah, it's scary, it's terrifying, but that's okay, because we have community and we have people here, and we'll get through this. We have done this time and time again, and we will keep doing this. If you are watching this video and you have been questioning a lot of things, but you've been scared to come out either because of family or where you live, the first thing I want to tell you is find that safe space first. Go find, if you move out, if you are going to college, find that queer area, that queer space that's in that area, and feel free to discover yourself. You don't have to do it immediately, and it doesn't have to be quick. You can take all the time you need, because that's honestly kind of the beauty of it all, is you just figure yourself out. It's a journey. The best part about the journey isn't just the destination, but the trip that we took along the way. You get to see all the beautiful sights, all the ugly sights. You get to see everything that makes you smile and is going to make you cry and be furious and be mad and make you be elated at times where you're going to celebrate everything. Being queer is not always a beautiful thing. Sometimes it gets messy and it gets ugly, and that's okay. We have people here who are extremely happy to be there for you whenever you need help, and who just might want to chat with you. So keep open arms, keep an open space, and you don't know who you might help out. I don't even know how many people that I've helped out, and I get that comment. I get that comment a lot of just like, Kat, your videos have helped a ton, and those comments mean a lot to me. I didn't think that me starting these videos would be anything more than just a silly little fox hour who sometimes has thank you to all of you. Honestly, I don't know what to say other than I'm happy to be here for all of you, and I'm happy to be, I would hope, a voice to let you know that everything will be okay, and it's okay to look outside the box, and it's okay to come outside the box. It's okay to come outside the closet, and it's okay to take those steps. If you want to retreat back in, it's okay. It's fine. It's safe in there. And it can be terrifying to come out. You come out whenever you're ready and whenever you need to be, and we'll all be here ready to celebrate with you. Hey, we're finally at the end, and I just want to say thank you to making it to the end. And I want to thank everyone who supports me, all of my patrons, all of my Twitch subscribers, all of my YouTube memberships here. It's absolutely wonderful, and you all mean so much. Like, I can't express how much this all helps, and it gives me motivation to continue. Like, not even just that, just the number of you who say how much these videos help, or that you feel seen or heard, or you finally have words for the thing that you've been struggling with. I'm glad that I could help, and I'm glad that you all have found a space where you feel comfortable and hopefully safe. I know I've got a lot to learn, and I'm working on a lot of things as well. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for all the support. Even just watching the videos are way more than you would expect. It means a lot to me. So thank you, and I'll see you around. Honestly, I'm kind of just going through and trying to find everybody as much as I can.
Your desk is as muscled and sturdy as she appears to you here now, but you still can't say you were expecting all this. She looks like she could snap you in half with a pinky, but also like she gives the most incredible hugs imaginable.
Aha! The stranger! I am Dasha, and you have quite the look on your face.
Look at my face! I'm so glad the camera's not on!